Matt is just such a really nice guy. He always likes to do nice special things for people.
She just always seemed like somebody that was down to earth and fun.
I thought he was super cute. I thought he was sexy.
Obviously she's beautiful, an amazing personality, strong.
I love his smile. I love his giggle, his laugh. He's just kind of silly all the time, and it's a lot of fun being around him.
She's short, but not too short. She's just beautiful, beautiful complexion, you know, beautiful green eyes, has brown eye freckles in them. That's interesting, catches my eye. Great smile.
He genuinely wants everyone to be happy. He's probably the most selfless person I know.
Just very warm and likable personality. You know, honest. Just nothing not to love.
Matt is definitely more of a planner. He always likes to be out and about doing things, and he's very adventuresome, which has been really nice to balance me out because I can be pretty introverted and keep to myself a lot. I'm a homebody, and he really kind of helps me get out more and socialize and kind of do more fun things that I normally wouldn't do.
She's a very positive and motivating person that, you know, keeps you on that side of the, you know, instead of being pulled back and depressed about any little things, you just, you know, she keeps you upbeat. You know, just wanting to wake up every morning to see her and to spend time with her.
We met through mutual friends. It's a little ironic how we met because it was actually through an ex-boyfriend of mine's brother who was co-workers with Matt, and it's a married couple. They had told us about each other before we actually started dating, and it was about 6 months after we met the first time because he showed up to their house late. It was a Super Bowl party, and then 6 months later at the same person's house.
I knew she was going to be there, so I made sure I was there, punctual and everything. You know, I think we were both eager to meet each other.
Let's see, I was eating sushi. They had a sushi chef at their house, and he had never had sushi before. I don't think he was too open to it prior to then. And he came up to me, and I was like, hey, have you had sushi before? And I don't think he was too excited about that whole introduction, but he tried it and he really liked it, so it went well.
So it's like, oh, this is gonna be interesting, especially when she's like, you should try this. And I can't really say no, because, you know, I mean, she's a hot chick trying to talk to me, so why not? But it was Escalar, so it was really easy. It kind of tastes like steak, and it was delicious. So she was just feeding me sushi all night long. And now that's one of our favorite things to do together is go out and eat sushi, try different things.
I was really looking forward to getting to know him a lot better after that. He definitely wowed me with our first couple dates, and I knew he was a really special guy when I met him. He asked me what I wanted to do, and I didn't know at the time, but he wasn't into wine at all, to my knowledge. So yeah, since he's met me, he's now into wine and sushi. And he picked me up, and we sat outside. It's kind of an outdoor patio area. It was really nice. And we stayed out, I think, past midnight just talking, so we probably talked for a good 5 hours.
One of my friends, Dusty, she was like, you better kiss her on the second time you hang out with her, because the first real time we hung out was at the party with the sushi and everything. But our first actual date, we went to the living room in, I think it's Chandler Gilbert area. It's a wine bar. We went there and hung out. It was a great time, and you know, came back, and I was like, oh, I gotta kiss her now. Yeah, first off, I was told I had to.
I remember when he was talking about it afterwards, he said that he had to kiss me, so I didn't put him in the friend zone.
And I wanted to the first night anyways when she dropped me off, but I thought it was to be too soon, so obviously the second night, let's give it a shot. And it worked out. I don't know if it caught her by surprise or not, but it was obviously a pleasant one.
I was glad he did it. We're pretty silly most of the time, lots of randomness going on between us a lot. And one nickname, which I have no explanation for, I just started doing it one day, I started calling him Linda, which Maybe you probably know what that already means. There's a video going around on Facebook and on YouTube about this little boy talking to his mom, and he's like, Linda, Linda, Linda. He won't stop. So I started doing that to Matt one day just to kind of be annoying, and he never has really said anything or asked why I call him that. So I don't know, I just do that. I don't have explanations for some of the silly random things I do.
Linda, Linda, come in here, Linda, Linda, Linda. I'm like, what? So, and then I gave her one, well, I didn't really give it to her. My niece sent this little school project, a little flat laminated guy that was supposed to go on adventures and do things with us, and Sarah took part and wrote it all up. But my niece spelled her name, instead of an H, she put another R at the end, or it looked like an R, so I call her Sarar all the time. You know, cooking dinner, she loves to do that. I can't even say 50-50, it's probably 90-10, 95-5. She just enjoys to do that now that she has somebody to cook for. I haven't had a bad meal yet.
We both have a very wide range of activities and interests, so we definitely get exposed to a lot of things that normally I don't think we would ever do. Joined
Orange Theory, we do that, and you know, I don't think either of us really like to go, but it's definitely, just because we'd rather do other things, but it's definitely fun when we go together. You know, it's kind of a competition. She tries to run more miles than me. I don't think she's ever beat me, but she's getting better at it, so I have to keep my game up.
We both we take our time to do the things we love individually and together, and it's really, really nice. Apparently, when he said, "I love you" first, I didn't hear it. So that's kind of a funny story, which I guess I kind of ruined because I didn't hear it. And then he said it again later, and then I was kind of too embarrassed to ask, like, did you say it at this one time? Because I thought you did, but I didn't want to make things awkward and ask, so I just didn't say anything. Yeah, one of my finer moments.
I don't know exactly if there was a set point when it popped into my head, but it was just, I always felt comfortable and didn't really see anything glaring that I needed to watch out for, like her being crazy or snobby or anything. She just seemed like a very down-to-earth Midwestern girl, and she's from the Midwest, so that's, you know, I don't have to worry about, you know, somebody, you know, expecting too much of me that I can't do, or just being able to deal with my personality and enjoying it, and liking to be with me. Just kind of told me that, yeah, this could be a special one.
He's done so much consistently throughout our entire relationship. It's pretty hard to narrow down one specific time when I knew I had something special with him. I mean, I could tell from our first date that he was a really special guy and treated me really well, like a lady, and was very thoughtful in everything that he did. So it's really hard to pick one thing. The proposal is a very special moment. That was really amazing. I wasn't expecting him to propose at all this year.
I'm the spontaneous one. I mean, I try to keep her on her toes with surprises, try not to, but it's getting more difficult. Every time you have a big surprise, it's, you know, the proposal. I don't know how I'm gonna beat that one, but.
It was a Saturday morning, and his parents were in town from Michigan for a week. And I thought it was interesting that they were gonna be here on the day of our 2-year anniversary, but they were flying back to Michigan on that day. And I kept kind of like pushing him. I'm like, oh, what are we gonna do? Like, what are we doing for plans? Do I need to plan something? Are you planning something? What's going on? And he would never really give me a direct answer. And after asking enough times, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let it go. He must have something planned.
I stumbled across the Japanese friendship garden, and that was, you know, it was green, waterfalls, fish, everything. So it was perfect.
And we got up on a Saturday morning, and he had told me 4 or 5 days prior that we needed to go to check out this garden place at 8:30 in the morning on a Saturday. And I'm like, that's really odd. He never likes to get up early on a Saturday. And then the morning of, he just made a couple comments that I needed to like look nice, wear makeup, do my hair, and I'm like, he never tells me to wear makeup and all of that stuff. I'm like, okay. I had like wondered if he was going to propose, but I wasn't expecting it this year. I was like, no, I don't think he's going to.
Sarah didn't want to get out of bed that morning. She kept questioning, why are we getting up on a Saturday? But my parents are in town, so it was easy to be like, hey, we need to go early because it's hot, and we should take my parents to see this, and we'll go get wine afterwards, which didn't really happen.
And we get there to meet one of his coworker friends who he told me was there to check out the Japanese Friendship Garden for a wedding, because her and a lot of her friends' family do a lot of artsy craftsy things for events, and they love doing that stuff. So we meet up with her and one of her friends who I also know, and a flash mob happens. It was 5 people and even 2 little girls, and they did so awesome. Since I have a dance background, I could like easily recognize like, wow, these people really rehearsed for all of this, and the little girls were so cute. And I was like, this is interesting. Do they do this here normally? Like, I had never been there before, so I didn't know what was going on.
When I thought about it, it's like, Sarah's really into dance and music and performances, and I was like, if we can incorporate her into it, I think it'd be a great idea.
And I was like, okay. And then we walk up toward this pond area, and there's a bunch of cute little baby turtles. I love animals, so it's like instantly like, turtles! Ducks and koi and whatnot. And we stood there for a few minutes, and his parents were by us as well. And we walk up to this other area, just continuing through the garden, and then some more music comes on, and then they do another flash mob dance. I was like, oh, this is happening again. And they had some rock music, some country music. They even had a guy dance to Michael Jackson song, and he was awesome, and I'm a huge MJ fan, so I loved it. And then
we turned into a country line dance. That's where I wanted to get her involved. And if you watch the video, you can see me physically have to push her into the line dance. We made it so it was a dance she knew, but it was still, she's like, I don't want to ruin it, or just hesitant, knowing that she was being filmed the whole time.
I'm like, I don't want to jump into this flash mob. Like, I don't think you're supposed to do that when those things happen. So I felt totally awkward. So they get me out there, and it's hot, we're all sweaty, and we were doing the electric slide, and then I go to walk away, and another guy comes up to me and wants me to dance, and I've done ballroom and all that stuff for a long time. And I'm like, okay, I'm in flip-flops and concrete, which is not the most ideal like dance situation to be in. And I had my back to where his parents were standing, and Matt, to my knowledge, those were the only people. And when I turned around after we were done, it was my closest friends here in Phoenix, most of them, and some of his friends and kind of our mutual friends, and they were all lined up. And I didn't see Matt, and I turned around and was like, what are you guys doing here? And Matt was hiding behind all these people, and then they kind of slowly started parting, and then there were his parents, and then they moved out of the way, then there was Matt down on one knee with a ring. So it was pretty incredible, quite the production, and he did amazing with it.
Everybody kept asking, were you all nervous? I was like, no, I just didn't make sure I had the ring on me, and that everything went to plan, and I was just hoping to get a yes. Expecting, but still had to hope for.
I'm really looking forward to us starting a family. I think he'll be a really great father, and he's so fun. And something I noticed when we started dating is how loving he is with his cats. He's a cat man, but he's like so gentle with them, and he holds them like they're a baby. It's so adorable. And when I kind of started seeing that in our first couple months of dating, I was like, oh, he's gonna be really good with kids.
Kids will be in the picture. I don't know how soon she wants to have them, or hopefully we get to enjoy being married for a little bit. But we have lived together for a year and a half, so I mean, it's kind of like we're enjoying that already anyways.
Yeah, I think it'll be so exciting to have kids with him and just kind of see how we grow together beyond that. And I know we won't stay in Arizona forever, so I think it'll be exciting to kind of see where our lives take us, where we end up moving. And there's always something exciting we're doing. All of our friends and family are always like, gosh, you guys travel so much, and you guys look like you have so much fun all the time. So who knows what we'll do.
I'm open to a lot of different things. I think family's gonna be the first part. I just, looking forward to growing and spending my life with her.